You like our music, Andy?
Indeed.
Just makes me want to disco dance.
I can't dance.
I can chair dance. About it. Was it National Lampoon's Chevy Chase? Hey, what is going on? I'm Gary Hardy.
I'm Andrew.
And we are with Brunner's Lawn and Services, coming to you with this week's Brunner's Bits. How's your week going?
Well, yeah, it's a week. Let's just go with that.
This year has started off really fast.
Yeah.
Last year went really fast. It's like the older I get, the years
Time
just get
flies.
shorter and shorter.
Yeah,
You know
I
why?
sleep less and less.
Because we don't take time to sit and actually take in the things around us. We're constantly
I intend
rush.
to sit and take things in like fish, but I don't get as much time.
Well, we're going to have a fishing thing. We'll talk about that in our culture.
Yes.
So, folks, we're going to get started here with this week's Brunner's Bits. And we're going to start off with our usual with current events.
Current events.
So this week we're going to discuss these guys, meteorologists. Are they right or are they wrong?
Weather
and do people
pretenders.
really care? So tell me, meteorologists, am I correct? They are the only career in this world that when you're wrong, you don't get fired at all or questioned, really.
I'd say so. Yeah. I mean, I can't think of anything other than that off the top of my head.
I appreciate the meteorologists here locally, but man, if they think that it's going to like any kind of weather in the summer and the winter, it does not matter. It turns into a news story. Like when it snows, their ties start slowly as the night getting unraveled. And it's like, oh my God, breaking news.
You seen the videos where the meteorologists lose their, you know what? Like,
Yeah.
I'm over this.
Yeah. What was it? We had one year, there was a tornado and a local meteorologist flipped out because there was like a show on or something and everybody was freaking out. He goes, this is people's lives in danger, folks. People's lives.
This is important information.
I don't think he kept his job much longer after that.
Yeah, but if you're gonna quit, go out big.
Yeah, if you're gonna quit, go out big, right? Well, this past week, the meteorologists have been totally wrong. I mean, so much so that us landscapers had to flip out a little bit and search for salt.
Yep.
Because there's a salt shortage right now.
Indeed.
So they say.
Well, yeah.
I don't think there's a salt shortage. We probably have loads of
It's
salt.
all lies.
It's all lies. It's the southern snow that they got this year that they need our salt.
I think it was Pensacola. I really enjoyed watching the guy sit on the tailgate of a truck with a 5-gallon bucket going,
Yeah, right.
Just salting the drives like that. Well, they don't get snow. So
They don't get any snow
right
down there typically. My wife's sister down in Evans, Georgia, it snowed a couple times down there this year already.
Yep.
They've gotten more snow this year than they've had probably in the last decade.
There you go.
So, but yeah, the meteorologist, man, it drives me crazy. So, what sites would you recommend that we look at when it comes to weather?
Well, that's a Josh question for the most part because I typically just watch the Weather Channel. I have the Weather Channel app. I stick with one because, like you said, they're wrong most of the time. Josh will argue that point, till the end. The world ends. He watches NOAA. He watches the Weather Channel, Channel 2, Channel 7, like 5 or 6 different things.
The National Weather Service,
the
Weather Channel.
He watches the highway cameras and the temperatures based on that from ODOT.
It causes him massive anxiety,
mm-hmm.
and I hate it because I passed that anxiety on to you too. Because I used to have it. You have the customer service anxiety.
I get yelled at. Well, why aren't you here yet? Well, we got 20 inches of snow.
Yeah. So, but it's good. Yeah. And if we do get snow Sunday, mm-hmm. we have a very good team. Speaking of, you should call Biggie and make sure that he's available for Sunday. Because if he's available, then you can run. Me and you simultaneously can run customer service.
Oh, there you go. I think he probably will be.
Yeah, and so will Alston. I mean, we should have because of the day that it's falling, if we do get snow Sunday.
And a lot of things are closed because it's President's Day.
Oh,
kids are out of
Monday.
School. So
it's actually a perfect storm for us, really.
I don't want to go push
Wouldn't it have been better if we would have got that foot of snow on like that where President's Day was the next day? Everything was closed and nobody cared.
They would have been not. Oh, people, they would have cared. They still would have wanted to,
But this current event, has dragged on long enough. Meteorologists, are they right Or are they wrong?
Weather pretenders.
Yeah, I like that term better. Weather pretenders. So our next topic is the Mum Food Pantry,
Speaking of
of which we support highly, and the Dayton Diaper Depot, which are members of the Heart of Centerville, and we also support them highly. They have teamed up, and the Dayton Diaper Depot has started to provide diapers for our families that may have a shortage of diapers in the West Carrollton area.
Oh yeah.
Or West Carrollton School District and surrounding areas, I like to say. And like you said, speaking of Biggie, one of our part-time chemical app guys, Brian Bigness, that's his baby, dude. He that guy right there, he does some really good things. He really does. And
he's ADD too.
Dude, the people he serves, he definitely does God's work, is in my opinion. But with that also being said, it's really cool that an organization like the Dayton Diaper Depot is providing these diapers for families at no cost.
Oh yeah. I mean, thankfully my two littles are done and over with diapers, but especially during
so expensive.
You think about it, we talked about it on another show with COVID killed 24-hour stores. So, I mean, when my kids were sick, one of the last times before diapers were done, thank you. There was nowhere to get diapers. I was like, okay, if we have one more incident, we're going back to cloth diapers, so.
I don't remember wearing them.
I mean, I did,
but I do remember my sisters wearing cloth diapers at some point. I don't
like. I still think I have some of the big safety pins with the little heads on them.
I really don't remember. Maybe Susan wore regular diapers, but I know Jennifer and I wore cloth diapers.
Yeah,
and I remember as we got older, those cloth diapers turned into like dish towels. So we're washing our dishes with our shit diapers. I think they were more like
shop
dusting, for dusting and stuff like that.
Pine sauce.
So, but yeah, the Mum Food Pantry and the Dayton Diaper Depot, they have teamed up and partnered, and those are two great organizations. So thank you to Maggie and Kelly and all them over at the Dayton Diaper Depot, and thank you to Bigness for serving the community like he does. And then our next topic is
sports ball.
The Eagles win the Super Bowl 22-40.
Yeah.
So how much of that game did you watch, Andrew?
Not a bit. I knew it was on. I checked the score when I got up in the middle of the night, but I'm like, all right. No,
I can honestly say this is the first year of my life that I didn't watch the Super Bowl. Like, I watched the Super Bowl in 2001 when I was in Afghanistan on whatever radio station, Armed Forces TV or whatever it was called. We were getting mortar shelled and all that stuff, and we're like, we're watching Super Bowl. They're far enough away from us.
It's fine.
It was the year Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl as a backup quarterback. You know who Tom Brady is.
I know Tom Brady,
but this was 2001. So yeah, if I didn't really give two craps that the Eagles won the Super Bowl or that the Chiefs lost. I didn't care, not even one iota.
I got a parent at my daughter's school. He was very upset.
Well,
he's a big Chief fan.
You know what? Sports are fun, but people take it too serious. This used to be a Browns cup. I took the Browns emblem off because we're losers.
It didn't fall off in the dishwasher.
So I don't claim it anymore because I'm tired of being a dang on loser. The Browns haven't won and went past the first round of the playoffs. Well, they did a few years ago. They beat the Steelers, but then they got smoked in the second round. But I mean, if I was a Browns player, I'd want to leave Cleveland. I mean, what's the point? So anyways, the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Woo!
Sports ball.
I think we've wasted enough time on the current events. So let's move on to our topics for today. And today we're going to talk about running a landscaping business in 2025 and some of the challenges, some of the difficulties, and things like that. So before I get into the topics, you've been with Brunners as pretty much every single level of team member. You've been entry-level team member, you've been a team leader, you've been a production manager, now you're an owner, you're an account manager. Is this year going to be that much different than years past, or what's your experience? What's your prediction?
No, I think it'll be a good year. I mean, we have on the landscaping side a little bit more work this year because compared to last year because some of our communities are even and odd years for mulching. So we have some other things that we didn't do last year that we're going to do this year and vice versa. So
big projects.
And a couple big projects going on in the spring here, and then a couple of them that we're waiting to hear back from. So we'll see as far as that goes. But it's one of those. It's fun to just get back to work. I think the winter lets you.
I hate snow.
I hate the cold.
I hate snow.
Yeah, and once again, getting back and getting things cleaned up, seeing everything come back to life from being dormant is a lot of fun. I've already got little tulip things sticking up, and then if you go out in front of the shop, the sedum in the pots out there is starting off. So yeah,
the groundhog was wrong. It's not 6 more weeks of winter.
Punxsutawney Phil or whatever his name is, Bob.
You know what? Go ahead. Let's let PETA go ahead and get rid of Groundhog Day because that little rat keeps lying.
I think he'd make a good hat.
Like last year, he said 6 more weeks of winter, and we started mulching at the end of February.
Right. Yeah.
And there was not one maybe a spittle of snow that melted.
It's probably terrifying. He comes out of a hole, and there's a bunch of guys wearing top hats around. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, these weirdos. Look at these freaks. They're, oh, do you see your shadow? Yes, I do. Put me away.
Put me down. I want to go home.
So yeah, running a landscaping business in 2025 has its challenges. Mm-hmm. And one of the challenges that we have had over the years is building a company culture. You like that picture? Yeah. That is the Americana Parade.
That was last year.
That was last year's Americana Parade.
I'm surprised I wasn't hanging out the window.
Yeah. And there's a little young man in the back with a red shirt on. That is Jessica Olson, the marketing director for the Heart of Centerville Sun. She's actually the one that took this picture.
Okay.
But company culture in 2025, this year at Brunner's, has changed drastically. Actually, I'm not going to say drastically.
We've put it on
paper. It's consistently moved forward instead of backwards.
Right.
We're not having to reinvent a wheel anymore. We built
There's been momentum. We started delineating the things we've already been doing on paper so that other people can see it and understand what we've been trying to get to.
I'm finding with our culture now, we don't have to terminate people. They terminate themselves. We don't have to hire people. A lot of times they find us already.
Right. And then like when the guys take care of it, and for the most part, the production managers, Matt and Jake, they deal with hey, you're not clocking in on time, you're showing up late, you're messing with production, and their team members that they work with every day, they take care of it for the most part. So it's okay. You're messing up my life now, buddy. So,
I think Matt and Jake do a great job. Yeah. They've eliminated the leadership with fear.
Oh, yeah.
Which I did that once in our career, but I did it as the employment world was transitioning to where you still had to do that because people wouldn't show up to work and this and that. But now we live in a world where you don't have to do that anymore because if you take care of people and you have good people, they're going to take care of you and the company. I had to change our culture handbook though.
Well,
I was listening to Damien watching the culture playbook, and I'm hearing all these things that were different. Vacation time has changed. We offer our team leaders 80 hours of PTO now. We offer our team members 40 hours of PTO, and we offer our production managers, like the owners, just don't abuse it.
Right. If
you're sick, you're sick. If you need off, you need off. Just don't abuse it. And that's important because those guys work year round. Hey, you're on call. Hey, you got to do this. We don't have the money to pay one of our guys to do this. Sorry, you're going to have to come in and work 8 extra hours.
What? And it also helps. We don't sell in volume. So if people are down and sick, we can say, stay home. We don't want you coming in and infecting all of us. We've got backup. We can adjust and make everything flow through the week and let you take a day or two to get better, go to the doctor, that kind of thing.
Yeah. And we'll get into this more in the next segment of sales and marketing. But yeah, not selling in volume makes a big difference with your team's morale. They don't have to work 12-hour days. There's nothing worse than it being Monday. You work 13 hours and this is what the rest of my week is.
Right.
It's better to know, hey, it's Monday. There's these different hurdles we gotta go around. But I'm not going to be abused on my hours. I'm not going to be working 70 hours.
Sun up to sundown. Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. Our guys would rather, at least this is the observation, the way our culture's been built. Our guys would rather not work overtime and save the company money so that we can afford to give raises and other things.
All right.
They had to work overtime. And if you're a landscape company, you can build your routes like
Everybody
that.
likes overtime, and they don't mind it if we say, hey, it's gonna be a long week. Like I said, XYZ happened, then we're gonna have to play the roll with the punches game. But I think they're much more comfortable. Okay,
Well, now that they work 52 weeks a year,
right?
It may they don't want to work overtime because
they
don't get the winter off.
Now. A lot of our guys have kids and houses and things like that to take care of, and they okay, well, 9 to 5, 8 to 4, whatever it may be. They're I'd rather go home. I can go cook dinner and play outside while there's still sun up.
Yeah, and the work family balance is important. We've found that if you work together, you play together, you bring your families around together, and you allow your team to actually spend time with their families.
As long as my daughter doesn't punch anybody in the face.
Yeah, your daughter punches people in their giblets too, and she needs to stop. But it's funny. It's funny.
He antagonized her, and she popped him.
That's the look on Jacob Hoskins' face as he got kicked in the giblets.
Yeah.
But
I just got taken out by a 7-year-old.
But yeah, that's how our company culture is at Brunner's, though, because the daughter of the owner can just kick team leaders in the giblets and not.
He
and the team leader just giggles.
He torments her quite a bit.
He's pretty bad to her.
No,
I mean, he loves her, but I mean, he does.
They fight one another back and forth.
Yeah, no. But that's the culture that we've built here. Like, we have people that, like, I'll be walking around and all of a sudden I'll see Matt's little boy Christian just walking around the shop,
or in his little scoots,
or scooting around.
What's that?
But I don't ever want that to stop.
Like a kick bike or something. But
yeah, I don't ever want that to stop.
Well,
I don't
grow up.
They do, and Christian, I can see him coming and working for Brunner's one day because he loves them trucks.
It's like Emery. I want to ride in the big
loves them trucks. Oh, Emery will be here too, probably.
Oh, yeah.
So we keep saying that Haley and Tyler are the owners one day, but there's other kids.
There's a 20-year gap between the set there.
Yeah, your youngest may be the third generation owners.
Yeah,
which I kind of like that. Like we may have the next 50 years of owners. I mean, if you think about it, we may have the next 50 years of owners for Brunner's.
Yeah.
Because we ain't going nowhere. We've been in business. This is our 14th season.
Mm-hmm.
And some of that is because of our company culture. And 2025, we've really focused on it. We got our team leader manuals done. We got our new culture playbook finished. We've added these new benefits. We're looking at health insurance for next year. Our guys stretch in the morning, our guys volunteer together. We volunteered at the food pantry together. Guys that have zero religious feelings in their heart whatsoever love working at the food pantry.
All right, it's more the human factor.
It's nice to see our team care about people, regardless of who they are or where they come from. That's what I love about here.
And then we're gonna do other things for team building things like a fishing derby. I'm gonna make sure that happens. Kayaking. We talked about paintball last year.
Yeah, I think Josh should do a camp out at his place since he owns his lot. I can't do it at mine. Mine's not big enough. I don't own my lot.
Right.
Josh has space.
I mean, we can still rent, a campsite. Go Glen Helen, something like that. They have.
There are rental sites at my site that we're at that people tent sites and camper sites.
Yeah.
Yeah. My guess is you'll be in a camper in the next 2 years.
If I don't build one, I'm going to find something.
But folks, that's our company culture. And in 2025, company culture has been a challenge, but it's also been a blessing for team member retention. So now 2025 sales and marketing has changed a bit for Brunner's. And depending on who you are, sales and marketing can mean different things.
Mm-hmm.
So we are we are avid supporters of BNI, but we are no longer members of BNI. Yeah. We've ran that course. I've been a member of BNI for 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
Notice I said earlier, 14th season. I was in BNI for 13 of those 14 seasons. Right. And BNI was great to us. I'm still sub for BNI, but that part of networking has changed for us. One thing we never used to invest in is now we're investing in tabletop marketing to be out at trade shows. We're going to be at the Centerville Spring Expo in April. We're going to probably be at the CAI Expo in April. We're probably going to be at the West Carrollton Job Fair in March. We're probably going to be at
Party in the Park,
in the Parks at Heart of Center with the Heart of Centerville. I just got to sign up for those things if that's what we're going to do. So you're going to see us more
putt game or something.
You're going to see us more out with the community than just the business owners this year. A lot of networking is involved. You're involved with the business owners, but if you involve yourself with the community, that gets you into the HOAs.
I'm better at talking to people one-on-one and like just standing up and hi, my name is Andrew. I'm terrible at it.
You did great at the Warped Wing thing for Springboro Chamber last night.
It was fine.
Well, and you knew Josh Bice. You knew some people there. You knew Jesse Gaither. Speaking of, plug Jesse Gaither, Minuteman Press, best print shop in America. But yeah. You knew some people there. We reconnected.
It was more of a mixer than having to stand up and wait for my 15-second commercial, and then and you kind of scarred me a couple times with the script you wrote me.
What script did I write you?
I didn't read it before I went to BNI for you one time. I'm sorry I'm not there today. I apologize for the ugly guy in front of you. I'm like, oh damn it.
I have done that I did that for Larry once too. I'm sorry for the elderly man in front of you.
There you go.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah. Now he's just having fun.
Now I'm just being a turd. But yeah, sales and networking. We're planning on, like, I've been doing a lot of these coffee with champions for Springboro Chamber. I almost want to take you to them because you can come to them too, because it'll start getting your face involved in the Springboro community, especially since we were going to do the Greater Dayton Apartment Association group, but I think we're not going to do that. I think we're going to stay with the Chamber and the Heart of Centerville groups for our network marketing, and then branch out to do these events. And then we're all some digital marketing. We paid Blue Coral Creative, Sam and Scott Hickey, to do some work for us. Thinking we're going to do some pay-per-clicks for sales and marketing this year on Google for like enhancements. We got some mailers that have went out, and Glen Ridge and Forest Ridge communities that we talked about last week. Got a feeler for Beaverview out, which I need to get that together soon. Sales and marketing, really, it's different for everybody. You got some companies, like Andy was saying earlier, the selling in volume. That's why we don't have salesmen or saleswomen. We don't sell in volume. We're
not going out and knocking. Hello.
If I can get 200,000, if we can grow every year by $200,000 to $300,000 of revenue, that grows by 2 or 3 employees a year, and it's not overwhelming, and it allows us to build our equipment because equipment's so expensive.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we have 4 trucks coming in a month that I got to come up with $20,000 for down payment on for 2 of them. So I remember years ago, we would never be talking about, I got to come up with $20,000 for a down payment.
Right.
But the truck prices are so expensive that if you don't put something down, you're paying like $1,500 a month for 2 trucks. And I'm not doing that.
Right.
Actually, I'm sorry. Per truck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but that's our sales and marketing. Like I said, it's different for everybody. We spend a lot of time in these groups, but this year we're going to spend a lot of time in the community. If you're looking for a company to take over your grounds maintenance, residential or commercial, give Brunner's Loan and Services a call at 681-4859, where we serve our clients with loads of integrity. If you need a vendor that you can trust that's going to be there on time, visit our website at www.brunnersltd.com, because I promise you there is not a company in town more dependable than Brunner's. And if you want to respect us or disrespect us, leave a comment below, because I'm going to be quite honest with you. I'm looking at this and nobody's watching it, and I wonder who does watch it. So if you think we're wasting our time, put a message. If you think we're doing a great job, send us a message. And Miss Carol,
I was going to say,
Andy's grandmother,
not watching right now, but I'm sure she will.
Oh, that's probably her that just logged on. Miss Carol, we love you. Thank you so much for watching us every week. And then here's Mr. Elderly. Should we continue, Larry?
Lawrence.
Should we continue, Larry?
Lawrence. We should.
Yes, you should.
I was going to say, you just record him for his own button.
No, I made my own. So, folks, our third thing for running a landscaping business in 2025 is we pay attention to our quality product and our quality customer service. There is nothing more important to Brunner's Lawn and Services than our customer service and our product. Tell me about our customer service, Mr. Andrew,
It's
because
me going
that
out
is
and
your
talking
lane.
to them and remembering names and birthdays and things like that. No, I do have to go out and check on my one friend at one of our properties there. I haven't seen her in a few weeks.
Is that Dottie?
No. Dottie's over at the Wellington at Dayton. There's Miss Joan, but she is moving over to one of your mother's, one of the Laurels, I think.
Oh, okay.
She had a heart attack not too long ago, so her granddaughter's staying with her. So her son's having her go to an assisted living place. But she's 97 years old and has been living by herself since, her husband passed away 20 years ago, if memory serves. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. Yep. And her birthday, I can't remember. I think it's in July 17th.
So Andrew here, he actually gets to know our clients. He gets to know the residents in our HOAs.
Some of them I've been taking care of and talking to for 14 years now.
Oh, there's not many people in our HOAs that Andrew doesn't try to go up and talk to. And
I talk to everyone.
And if you talk to some of our competition's team members, they're not allowed to talk to the residents.
No, I want my guys to say hi. I mean, we all have headphones on, it's ear protection, things like that. But if you see somebody, even if it's just stopping to turn your mower down and close your chute blocker, so you don't blast or nate their car or their home or them with clippings, stop, turn your mower off, say hi. I mean, even if you get stuck and you're behind 10 minutes because you're over there talking to 3 residents that live there every day, it's their house. Be polite, be friendly.
Yeah.
Don't just be some guy that's flying past their window every day and not caring.
And if we break something, let us know right away.
Oh, yeah.
If you're one of our clients.
Please.
That's one of the things. If we know that we did it, we're going to fix it. I will be honest. There's those couple times that we say, no, we're not fixing that because we know for a fact that we didn't break it. But we try to buy like extra flowers and things like that during the course of the year so that we can take care of those things.
And unfortunately, even like specifically just weed eating around properties, pea gravel is evil. And when you hit it with a weed eater, it goes very far, very fast, and glass is not friendly with it. So windows,
glasses.
Yeah, it's bad. So unfortunately, and our guys may not see that at the time because they're paying attention to what they're doing, looking at the ground to avoid things like that, and they can't see that little pebble that's flown and taken out a window 100 yards away. So we make sure we take care of it as fast as humanly possible.
Well, I love that you guys do that because that's what I've been selling. And that's honestly that in our seasonal contracts. I think some of our clients this year have been ecstatic with with our seasonal contract. I know that talking to PMI Buckeye property management last night, they're saying they have one client that spent their whole year's budget on that one snowstorm.
Just for the snow budget, the entire
year's snow budget on that one snowstorm.
Well,
they were happy with their service, but they
toast.
Didn't plan for it.
Right.
Nobody. If they hired us as a seasonal contract, 12 and 30, that's our number, between 12 inches and 30 inches. Now we do have a thing in our contract to where if we salt too many times that you start paying per salt event. And I think some of our industrial companies that are on seasonal may be starting to hit that.
Yeah, but they're 24-hour operations, and regardless,
and they understand. I mean, this has been an abnormal winter. So
we were due for a heavy snow like that anyhow.
We were. So folks, at Brunner's, we focus heavy on culture, networking and sales, customer service, and quality product. Those things are crazy important to us, and we think that they should be crazy important to you as well.
Well, you changed it.
I did.
How dare you?
So folks, every Thursday, me and Andy will be on at 10 a.m. for the most part. There are those Thursdays that we're not. Yeah. And next week, we're going to talk about hiring and retention of our team in 2025.
Now, Andy, let's talk and shoot the shit.
You were supposed to make the beepy noise.
I forgot. Where is it? Let's shoot the.
You should just write Andy button on there.
Or should I do it like this?
Hey, Andy, let's shoot the.
have too much fun with your buttons.
You know what? Sometimes, man, this is the
gotta
only
have-
fun I have during the week.
Yeah, there you go.
I think that's the only reason that we keep doing this. We had that conversation earlier this week. I was like, hey, should we keep doing the show or not? And I think both of us do have fun doing it.
Yeah. I mean, it's sometimes, like you said, we got too much going on today. So, we may throw some silly thing on here or, clips or recordings or something of that nature.
Or just leave it blank.
You can just watch this brick wall for 30 minutes.
So what do you think about us hiring Aisha?
I think she'll enjoy it,
I think she will too. She's agreed to be like an office assistant as well. We'll work her 20 hours a week. That's one thing that we didn't have in the budget.
Well,
but
time saved on your end or my end to just take care of this so we can focus on other things.
We're going to baby step it. We're going to start it with, all right. And I'm going to do it a little different. I'm going to give her lists. Like this is what you have to get done this week.
Right.
That way,
task based.
I found when we didn't have task based and we let autonomy with an office person, and it's not their fault. They get sidetracked and things start. They start doing other things and this and that.
That person became kind of the HR department, and it was
kind of a catch-all. And then they started to not like it. They didn't tell us that they didn't.
Right.
So this time, I think
lessons learned.
Now that we're at this stage in our career, I think we'll use Aisha to build the position because Aisha is going to go on and be a high school teacher.
Yep.
Josh says maybe she might love it here.
More power to you. I couldn't be a teacher.
But we're building this position for maybe to be an office manager for us someday.
Yep.
That could be one of our internal people. It could be somebody we hire from a university.
There you go.
So with that being said, the music is over.
Dun, dun, dun.
And I think we're done. We are done. We are done.
Shooting the...
All right, folks. You guys have a great week. Stay safe. If we get snow, try to stay warm and stay off the road so we can plow. All right. At Brunner's Lawn and Services, I forgot to say it last week, but we really do care about you. And there's one thing that really matters at Brunner's. And what is that, Andrew?
Satisfaction matters.
I need you to say it one more time.
No. I'm not doing it.
One more time.
Why?
Andy, I need you to say it one more time.
I don't want to.
I need you.
Now.
Please.
Satisfaction matters.
Thank you, Sean Connery.
Yeah, that was a terrible impression. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for everyone.
All right, folks. Have a good week. I'll talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Oh, I still have it on voices. Here we go.
There.